Alright, the next film I'm reviewing is a computer animated film called The Battle for Terra, a new a new computer animated film about an invasion from outer space from people trying to wipe out a planet. Sound familiar? Doesn't sound very original, does it? Well, no, it's not, but here's a little something different. It's actually humans invading the aliens. That's right. Well, this is a very entertaining film, let's just say right off the bat, and it's visually intriguing along that line as well. Now, Terra is a planet that is very extraordinary in the way it lives and functions, and they really paint that backdrop very early on in the film that really lends substance to the setting as well as the story and the background. At times, I felt like I was watching a tried and true sci-fi film rather than just some animated film. When the Terrans assume that God has arrived in a large vessel in the sky, Mela, a smart and sophisticated little creature voiced by Evan Rachel Wood, thinks otherwise, and her smarts prevail here because she eventually causes one of the human aircrafts to crash but ends up rescuing the pilot, voiced by Luke Wilson, and his robot buddy Giddy, voiced by David Cross. After saving him, she builds an oxygen dome so he can survive, and he comes to learn that Terra is not a place which he should be destroying, as he comes to like it. Now, the purpose of the invasion was for a new Earth to exist on it, however, replace the atmosphere with oxygen, and despite the pilot's efforts to inform his general, voiced by Brian Cox, that the races can live together, he still wants it for his own. This, of course, starts the inevitable battle, which doesn't really offer anything else to this film, other than another animated space battle, which we can see in many other films. However, I was still intrigued by the originality of the story and the well-made characters. This movie isn't what I would call a kid's film per se on the level of Monsters vs. Aliens, but yet it still gives itself something, so kids can enjoy it. This sort of reminds me of an ambitious film called Titan AE that used some pretty sharp animation tactics to build a space film that wasn't really meant for kids. Um, the reason why it reminds me of that is because, along with Titan AE, I don't think the studio execs thought it would fly, and it wasn't given the wide release it deserved. Now, stranger things have happened, and I think that is true, and it's a shame because I think with the right promotion and the right advertising, this film could have done pretty well. Despite becoming a cliche space film later on, there was enough originality here to carry it through and make it enjoyable. I can only hope that more films like this will surface as time goes on, and they get recognition that they deserve. I still think this film could have been a great film rather than merely a good one, but I think what the future holds for computer animation will be something to behold in terms of its content. I personally cannot wait. So, for being bold, original, and fun, I'm giving the film 3 stars out of 5.